You serious?
Hello, this is How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
I'm Sean.
How you doing, bruv?
Very well, man. Very well.
Yeah,
What's
man.
going on?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I've just come back from Birmingham. Something I'm going to talk about on this episode, or maybe even the next episode when we talk about how I've been killing a bit of time. A little bit tired today, Sean, you know.
Same.
You feeling it as well?
Yeah, we're going to have to build the energy up. Yeah.
If you've just started listening to this show, then yeah, this is How to Kill an Hour. Like I said, a show where we talk about killing time, and we also search the internet and have a look at things and discuss them and crack some joke over them that only we can. First bit of the show though is called Kill a Bit. It's how we've been killing a little bit of time. How have you been killing a bit of time this week, Sean?
Haven't done all that much this week, but I did manage to get to the cinema for the first time in quite a while.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
What did you watch at the cinema?
I went and saw Equalizer 3.
Equalizer 3!
Yeah.
The Black John Wick. That's how I explained it to somebody. Someone was like, what is it like? I was like, think about John Wick, but a bit more government-like. Denzel Washington, a little bit more of a professional, innit? John Wick is obviously in a world of assassins.
Did the first John Wick come out before the first Equalizer?
I swear it did, you know. I can find out. I can
that would be interesting.
Looky.
You're probably right. I'll just...
looky.
Otherwise, Denzel might be upset. I don't want to upset Denzel, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to mess up.
Might
send for man. Right, Equalizer 2014. I feel like
It's going to be close, though.
John Wick 1. It feels close, bro. John Wick 1. 2014.
Oh,
I was going to have to find out when. Oh, what if I've messed up now? Wait, all right, cool. Oh, flipping hell. All right. Oh, now we've got to really get into the internet.
You got otherwise you got to start calling John Wick the White Equalizer.
Yeah, the white Equalizer, innit? And then I wouldn't be even delving into Keanu Reeves' diverse background. So then the internet will come for me, bruv. So I'm digging myself a grave early doors in this podcast.
Yeah, man.
Right. So release date of the Equalizer, because I'm looking at that page first, was the 7th of September 2014. Right?
Okay. We're getting a release date here. It's interesting.
7th September 2014. John Wick. All right, let's find it.
We're going to have to figure out when the scripts were written.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. When it was filmed. John Wick, the first film, by the way, there was a John Wick computer game. There were video games. There was one called John Wick. John Wick was a character in Payday 2. Cool. Which is like a heist game. It's like a skin.
Yeah, I remember that.
John Wick Hex was a game, which was kind of like a turn-based game. I remember that. But there's a game called John Wick Chronicles in 2017. Anyway, sorry. So, John Wick, the first one, fuck's sake.
I don't know if it was the 7th of September.
No, it was October the 24th, 2014. Oh! I'm sorry, Denzel. My guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm glad I caught that before we went any further.
What if I just fumbled my way through the pod?
Man, I reckon we would have opened the door and you'd just sitting in the chair, innit?
Okay. So I see that you would have just heard. Yeah. Oh man, so you saw the Equalizer 3, the third in the trilogy. Who knows? There might be 10 because we live in a world like that. The first one.
So
what happened in the first one?
I can't. This is how I am with film, right? Just gonna lay it out here. I remember the feeling that I get from a film, but I don't remember the film itself.
Okay.
So I can tell you whether I thought it was a great film or not a great film. And so, first Equalizer, I do remember bits of it. Amazing film.
I think I'm going with it also being a good film as well. I think I did enjoy.
Oh, the first one was brilliant.
I did enjoy that film.
I thought the first one was amazing.
I think I did enjoy that film. First one, you loved it. All right, chill out, lads.
It was that good. Second one, I wasn't such a fan of. I still enjoyed it, but I wasn't such a fan.
There was a line in the second one where I think it was like, it's one of the commanders that this isn't going to spoil it. One of the commanders, it might spoil it, but it's been out long enough. One of the commanders that he went and spoke to and spoke about a plan of some mad revenge, spoke to him, and then somebody afterwards said something about, so he's come here to ask you to do that? And she was like, he's not asking for permission. He's just telling me he's going to do it. I remember that. There was a good line in it, but you said it was okay, so it gets little. That's it. That's cool. And the third one, Sean. And I've seen a few people talk about this on social media. So I might. I won't hazard a guess, but I'll let you know if your
If it aligns
opinion is
with-
Eliza then.
So I still enjoyed it. No, I did enjoy it. That's the thing, innit? Like, I know going to watch it, it served up in enough of what I was expecting.
Which
was gratuitous violence.
Yes.
That's it. And
A thin spreading like butter on toast of plot.
yeah. Oh, it was kind of loose. It was kind of loose. Something I went to it with my cousin actually, and I've won. I just remember.
Bro, it's all right. He's not going to burst in it. It's cool. You can be honest.
No, but at the beginning it came up and it was like 15, and I was like, I feel like back in the day this would have been at 18. Like,
Okay.
there's not that many 18s nowadays. And then we watched the first episode. We watched the first scene, and my cousin looked at me. He was like, "Your 15s are different to what 18s. 15s were back in my day." I was like, "Yep,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
it was like, you know,
Is it
Merkage straight off the top."
really?
Yeah.
Because in John Wick, the second to last John Wick has come out, there's some big violence in it, innit? And I feel like it could have been
What's
a
that,
15 as well.
Parabellum. Or
The parabellum, innit? Yeah, parabellum. Yeah. Like the fight in the library, the way that guy got finished, I was like, whoa, that is spicy. But do you think 15s have changed then over the years then? Because I feel like that as well. The first 15 I watched that wasn't a 15 was Saving Private Ryan. I do not know to this day how it's not
That's
a
a great
15.
film.
But I don't know to this, bruv, if I told you it was an 18 off the bat, would you even question it though?
No.
It's a 15, bro.
Do you know what? I feel as if more gore is allowed on a 15 now compared to 18. I think maybe the classification difference is more of the like sexual things that you'll see maybe from a 15 to 18. I don't know. That's just
And language maybe? Because you get like a damn or a shit in like a 12A, like one.
No.
You get one. God damn,
but from
bitch or something.
No, but from 15 to 18, I feel as if you're seeing someone's head explode and then someone like drop in someone's like cunt, and you're like, oh, that, sorry mate, no, not having that at all. This guy's head's hanging off by a thread, isn't it?
Yeah,
And, like,
that's all right
it's
though,
got,
but yeah.
blood
But an
spurting.
erect penis, sorry mate. Sorry. A wet vag. Yeah, that is sorry, it's a no for an 18.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It will be interesting to see how the guidelines have changed.
Yeah, man.
Talking of violent films, another film that I did watch, not in the cinema, but I caught up with was Sisu.
Sisu.
So it's a Finnish film.
Yeah.
It's literally from start to finish, just about a guy and him just murking everyone.
Oh, scene.
I think it's set in 1944, and he's just like going around, he's like digging for gold. Some Nazis come for him, and he ends up just like, you just can't kill this guy in it.
Okay, yeah.
He's just like
unkillable.
Unkillable.
Is it because I like, for example, Equalizer 1 and 2 violence, and probably John Wick 1 and 2 violence, where it's like a couple of, as it got to 3, Parabellum, and I can't even remember much of 4 now, like, I felt like there was a wincy stuff in there, like fingernails being pulled off and that stuff, I cannot get down with.
you know what,
I am eyes closed, ears closed on that.
I agree with you, because like back in the day, nothing used to make me squeamish, whereas now there are things, actually, especially in sports. When I watch like UFC and I see someone's arm being like bent back, I can't, like, there's times I have to look away because it makes me it makes me squeamish inside. I'm like,
that's why I can't watch live UFC as well. It's just
it.
too. You might be able to. You can watch it. For me, it's just seeing someone get elbowed in their temple. I can almost feel it every time.
Now, see, I'm not really. I don't really mind.
that, yeah.
I don't mind. That's fine. But seeing someone getting knocked out cold, totally fine with.
Yeah.
People taking an absolute beat down, there's a certain point where I'm like, how is this person, whether it be a guy or a girl, and that's also a big difference. That's sometimes difficult to watch. But when I see people's knees being hyperextended and I'm like,
and they play it back in slow mo, 100 frames.
like,
This must be the moment where we see the tendon pop off. Yeah, but for me also, it's I don't mind the punching when it's normal punching. If you're not looking at the YouTube or video or whatever, I'm just throwing normal punches. It's when they turn their hand around and start just hammering them with the bottom of their fist, and you can see I know the ref knows what he's doing, but I always feel like there's a couple blows that could be not have made.
Man, there was a guy, Mario Yamasaki, before who was a ref. He was like disgraced ref now, and there were times where he let fights go on too long, and then he would say, I can't remember the quotes exactly, but he was like,
"Fuck him."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes the most dangerous blow is not the knockout blow; it's the finishing one after that pound down on the face where your head there's nowhere for your head to go. Your head is on the canvas, and you hold a whole elbow to your head top. I'm like, that's, bro. For me, that's crazy. Anyway, sorry, we've digressed. Equalizer 3. I want to say again, Denzel ain't outside. Where you? Because you kind of skirted away from that still.
I still enjoyed it. I'll say this. I enjoyed it more than my cousin did.
Okay.
Yeah. It kind of it gave me everything that I was kind of expecting from it, but without, I'm gonna give it a 6.
Well, if Equalizer got and Equalizer 2 got, where are we sitting on Equalizer 3? Is it gonna get?
Yay.
Something like that. Okay, there you go. Yeah. And you can read into that numbers.
I think Sisu was actually more of a fun watch.
Okay,
if anyone hasn't seen it,
Equalizer
definitely. Like, there's not much. Actually, it was a friend of ours who told me said for me to go and watch it, and I said to them, "Well, it doesn't sound English. What language is it?" And they were like, "I don't know, but there's not much talking."
So it's that much about the violence, you don't even realise that there's subtitles.
So as soon as he said that, I was like, "Yeah, I might have to go watch this. Actually, I might have to go see it."
So I don't have to think about any words. It's just
If I'm gonna go and settle down in to watch, a purely
pure
action.
violence. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, sweet, man. That sounds all right.
What about yourself, man?
For me, I have been driving a new car, so I've been reviewing tech. Here and around and before and after this show, and this week I went and got my hands on an Audi RS Q8, which we used to film some other content, which I'll be talking about on another episode probably once it's all sorted. So got my hands on like the biggest SUV in the Audi range, I think.
I mean, I just literally caught a peek of it.
Yeah,
on the way in.
Deals,
it is
big, innit?
It's quite a big whip ass. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm big though, innit? So
you're a big dunny.
I'm a big dunny, yeah. So when I get into it, it's nice getting into a big car and not feeling.
You don't have to park around the corner and Vaseline yourself to get out.
Sean knows there's an element of truth to this, minus the Vaseline. Only in special cases.
That's where you went wrong, man.
Yeah, no, it would be easier. If I drive any sports cars, I can get in. I'm just about 6'3", so I'm just about small enough to get in. Because I think if you're like 6'4" and above, it's just really uncomfortable. There's no space for you to drive it safely. But if I drive a sports car like, an R8 or whatever, or Ford GT or whatever like that, like I've driven in the past. The Ford GT, I went to Le Mans with Ford or whatever. I said to the guy that I did the drive with around town, can we drive around the corner when I get out? And Jay, big up Jay from Ford, the nice guy, was like, why, Marcus? And I said, Jay, can we just, please, you mind? He goes, cool. I have to like spill out. I think there's like I have to like roll out of the car in the most ungraceful way ever. Because even though I can get in kind of normally, I can't seem to slide out. So I kind of just have to shove my ass out onto the floor, shuffle away from the car, then pull my legs out behind me and hope that no one sees me disgracing myself. And then like, brilliant. It's not cool. But this is the opposite.
My heart bleeds for all these 6'3" guys. Just must be so tough.
It's a hard life, bruv. It's a hard life, man. It's a hard life. Don't get me started on legroom on planes. But anyway, so it's a big ass car. It's fast as well. Because I'm not a super car guy. Sean's more of a car guy than myself. So the RS Q8 is like the Q8, which came out, I think 2017, 16 maybe. And then like the RS version is like the racing sport, I think that stands for. But it's basically where they trick it out. It's got a V8 4-litre twin turbo engine. So it's a big car, but it still does 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds or something, or 3.8 seconds. 0 to 62, which I find a really annoying measurement, by the way.
Because it's 0 to 100 kilometers.
Yeah, but come on now. Come on,
sort out.
Sounds really specific, innit? 0 to 61 and a half. Yeah. So yeah, it's big. So what's cool is if you are a tall person, it's nice because I can sit in the front, have the seat all the way back, comfortable for me.
I'm not listening.
But in the back, there's also enough space for me to sit behind the driver's seat when
You
it's
could
all the way
sit
back
behind
as
you?
well. Yeah, I could sit
Damn.
behind me, so we could fit.
That's pretty
Yeah,
decent.
myself and like two of our big mates in the back as well. And obviously because it's like the fancy RS.
I usually just get dashed into like the seat pocket.
Yeah.
The back of the seat.
They put you in the center console, like yeah. If you, put you next to another small mate in the drinks holders. That's what you do. Yeah, man, and I drove it all the way up to Brum to this event. And yeah, bro, it's
Look, is it super comfy?
do you know it's super comfortable. So I drove to Brum and back today, and I've not got the same back problems I'd have in like a low, sports, racing car, but it still drives very. How do you say it? It's responsive.
It's not boaty.
It doesn't feel boaty.
Body roll and stuff.
Nah, like a lot of cars that have that are quite big. Now, I feel like they wrap around you a bit more, and you don't feel like they're big. Yeah, it's bigger. You have to drive it a bit like it's a bigger car. But the
sensation that it gives you is that of a smaller vehicle.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like I'm in a lump. Doesn't feel like I'm in a minibus. You know what I mean? Whereas I feel like before that, you feel like that.
Yeah, you're not in America driving a like an
Chevy,
an Escalator or Escalator.
Yeah, driving an Escalator is mad, bro. Mad. Can't get very far.
Get a lift. Get a lift in an Escalator.
Does 0 to 60 in like never. Yeah, what did we drive when we was in LA? What did we drive? Like a Chevy Tahoe.
I thought it was an Escalade, but I could be wrong.
It's a big ass car, though.
It was literally just a shed on wheels.
It was a house on wheels.
There were like what? There were like 8 of us.
Yeah.
With like
luggage,
with like 30-kilo suitcases
and hand luggage,
and there was still like enough seat, and they were like, yeah. I feel
were
like
there cup holders next to every seat as well,
bro? I feel as if people had to pass messages down to the back.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Hey, tell me.
Hey, that tune's alright, Can you play that tune from the start again? And there was like a time difference between coming to the front of the car and back. Yeah, bruv. But I always say when we go over to places like that, I always want to get the biggest car possible, especially in America. And people are like, why? And it's not to stunt. I just want to feel safe on the roads because the motorways are big, the roads are big. So I feel like if I'm going to make a little boo-boo, I want people to see my car. Driving I've
heard someone use that.
A boo-boo, yeah. It's up there with hooping, hollering, hooping that I've been using off the pod and on the pod. Sean rinses me whenever I say that, hooping and hollering. But yeah, like if I drove something like one of my favorite cars to drive around London is a smart car. I would not want to drive that around LA. Or America. I feel like the roads are just too big for it.
You always feel like you're going to get swallowed up and no one will notice.
I feel like I could a car could just park on me at the stoplights. And I'm done in it. But yeah, how do we get there? Yeah, so the RSQ is massive. Speaking of storage space, actually, 605 litres of storage. Like, I got in the boot and closed it for a joke when we shot the YouTube video. And there's space for more of me, another me in the boot. So massive. And yeah, like, back's got heated seats and aircon and stuff like that. I think you can put massagers on it. I had 22-inch rims on it. You can get 23-inch rims if you get the Vorsprung Technique version as well. So yeah, and a big old... one of my favorite things, bad boy sound system.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, I had the Bose sound system, which was loud. It's like 2,000 watts, which is loud enough, bro. But yeah, man, a nice drive if you have £115,000 spare.
Was it flappy?
Yeah, I had flaps. Automatic. Had the RS button with 2 settings for the sports mode, which was
nice.
And the engine and the exhaust is very brum brummy. But you can't do the thing where you can't rev it and hear the pops and crackles because it's got a safety thing where it stops the revs at 4, so it doesn't do many pops and crackles.
Stop listening again.
Yeah, you got upset in it. You got upset. Sean, when I put it in eco mode, Sean stops it. Sean was in a car with me once that was a bit sporty in it, and I had it in eco mode, so it did stop at the lights, and you're like, "What are you doing, bro?" But yeah, no, honestly,
a bit of a purist inside.
Yeah, man, it was fun, and it was a good car to take up on the road for the trip that I was doing. Fit all the kit in it. If we were going to take more of the talent that came with us to the trip, we would have fitted more of the talent in there, nice and easy. It's nice to know like that there's a car out there that if I did want to spend that kind of money on that size vehicle, that there's something that's comfortable. And obviously people always do the Urus. Am I saying it wrong? Urus. He goes, it's not a Urus though. It's just a copy. I'm like, bro, that's like saying a grape doesn't taste like an apple. That's two different things, bruv. It's not a Lambo. I get it. VW owns Lambo and they own Audi. And I think technically the RSQ8 is the same chassis. So you're looking at it, but it just, I don't know. I think that's all the car journalists I hear speaking about always make that comparison. I feel like it's a bit like eating an apple, but going, it's not a grape though. That's how I feel like. and also price different. Urus is like fucking 150 or 2, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen them around 165, 170 and stuff like that.
1.5 from 160. The fuck? Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's a sizable chunk. We're talking about a third of the price in it almost.
Yeah,
so,
man. Yeah,
I suppose this would be the thing in it. Welsh, you get if you drive. Okay, you're driving a Lambo. I would without having had a proper look at it
yet.
As far as SUVs go, the Urus is a good looking.
Oh yeah,
SUV.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't imagine it's that much quicker. I mean, we're talking what?
I've only brought the stats up to where it's 0.1.5, I think, or maybe 0.2 seconds quicker. It must sound absolutely wild, though, innit?
If you can't rev it, I might cry. I told you about like the times where I've been in cars which just stop you from doing things that you should normally be able to do. I can't deal with it.
And that's why I'm the opposite to you. I kind of like the safety of that. You get me? Because I'm honestly, bro, when I like to have the access to the acceleration, to the responsiveness, but I'm more than happy to be like doop-de-doop-de-doo.
No, but I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna accidentally fall asleep while the car's on in neutral, rev it until it just absolutely redlines until the engine blows up, and then you wake up being like,
oh no, on fire, because your car's blown up. You're right. You should be able to rev a car.
Maybe not wake up. Yeah.
You should be able to rev a car, man. You're right. You're 100% right, bruv. But yeah, I drove it. It was
on
fun.
the whole, most people aren't going to be affected by the fact that you can't do a full lock and floor it.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean, why can't I go sideways around this roundabout? That doesn't really. It's not gonna...
The law as well. Do you know, it's a shame. Next time we do that, we should get you to get in it first, because you could have got in it and could have gone for a little spin or something. Maybe we'll talk about it in the next episode. Something like that. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's there. It's vibes. And by the time you hear the next episode, it will have gone back. yeah, man, I liked it. The maddest thing is I hate this when I drive big cars. Like, the cameraman went to me, shout out to Ned, he went, hey, the car just like looks like you know, bruv. I was like, oh, all right, cool. Like, so what? When I drive a smaller car, is that not me? He's like, no, but this just really suits you, you know? I'm like, all right, cool, thanks. Like, so what?
I did find it borderline comical when you used to pull up in a Smart. Because you're because you're a big unit.
You played clown music in your head.
But you didn't have to like roll out of it. So
yeah, exactly. I didn't have to roll out of it. So, you know, it was all blessed, bruv. Absolutely all blessed. Anyway, shall we continue with the show?
I got the power, rappers turn sour, they get devoured. I'm about to show you all how to kill an hour.
Shout out to our guy Harry Mack there on that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So it leads us into our next part of the show, Sean, which is, I really struggle with that. Sean. Yeah, which is, well,
don't know.
I don't know. Which bit are we going to do?
What is it?
It's going to be. I'll let you lead. It's going to be.
I don't know.
What are we going to do? Jokes
of the week.
Okay, then. Yeah, jokes of the week, then, man. So Sean and I scour the internet for the best of the worst jokes and hit each other with them. I've got some horribly crud ones today.
Yeah, the talent I've got today is like it's not great,
and I haven't got many.
It's not great. It's going to be a short jokes of the week.
I've got one that might get me in trouble with the internet a little bit.
Ooh, I'm very intrigued.
But nah, man, I think
this is the thing, right? I feel like, again, these are not jokes that we've made up, or these are just jokes that have been popping or whatever. Because we need to, if we're gonna say jokes that are only like super PC,
yeah,
I feel like we're gonna run out of content fairly quickly.
I feel like no one would listen. However, I'm not out here trying to do jokes just for clout. I'm just finding things that are giving me a little chuckle. And I feel like in jokes, no one is safe, right?
It's all about the context.
Yeah, so what do you call a Spanish footballer with no legs?
Oh, I'm thinking about like Juan or something.
That's close. That would be with a half a leg. Yeah, Juan
leg.
Yeah, Juan leg. Yeah. Close, but no cigar. Grassy ass. It's a play on words.
Yes.
All right. I got two more horrible. I'm sure they're horrible, bruv. This one. Dogs can't operate MRI machines, but CAT scan.
So shit.
It's gonna get in it.
Yeah, but I'm still cracking up because it's that shit.
I got another one for you then. Yeah. What did the nut say when it was chasing the other nut?
I don't know.
I'ma catch you.
That's worse than the cat. Oh no, I like the cat scan one. That was good. That was good. That was tickly.
And that's it. I'm out, bro.
You are.
I'm out. I'm out.
I'm glad you laid a
3 shots in the chamber. Yeah, go on.
you laid a fairly low bar because mine aren't much better.
All right. Go.
Oh dear. All right. What have we got? A man walks into a library. You're probably right, though. You're probably right.
Go.
A man walks into a library and asks for a book on turtles. The librarian asks, hardback? The man replies, yeah, with a little head and legs. Told you this shit.
The worst thing is I knew where it was going as soon as you said it. Yeah, go on.
That's a shit joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
A man goes to a job interview and the interviewer asks, what's your greatest weakness? You know, that old interview question. The man replies, honesty. The interviewer says, I don't think honesty is a weakness. The man replies, I don't give a damn what you think.
Yes! No, I like that one. I don't give a damn what you think. Yeah, go on.
I've got, this is a proper dad joke. You prepared for the...
I'm ready.
My colleague can no longer attend next week's innuendo seminar, so I had to fill her slot instead. Don't lie that you didn't enjoy it.
Do you know what? That was delightful. It took a while to hit, but I got it, bro. I like it. So yeah, there you go. Gets that. There we go. And that was the bro. and that was
Jokes of the Week.
There we go.
So what you did was you asked me to say it and instead changed your voice.
I'm all over the shop. Let's go again. Go on. And that was
Jokes
of the Week.
There we go.
There you go. Oh,
Smashed it. Look at that.
Smashed it. Finally got there.
Absolutely crushed it.
And then I guess it leads on to our next part of the show, which we're going to get into, which is funky headlines, bro. Funky headlines of the week. Oh, we heard.
Mad headlines of the week.
I'm going to leave that one to you.
All right, I've got a couple here that I've been sitting on for a while. This might be another one that if I start reading it out, you might be like, Marcus, you have already said this.
If that happens, I'm going to go, Marcus, you've already said this.
Okay, cool.
That's going to be my exact response.
Did you know? No, joking. This is probably the world's dirtiest thing ever, right? Or the oldest. You know what? Let me start that again. This is bringing a whole new meaning to the word vintage. A 140-year-old pair of Levi jeans was found in a mine shaft and they just sold for $87,000. Bro.
Damn.
Turns out gold isn't the only valuable thing you can find in a mine.
Hey? Was that on there? Did you get
absolutely reading that bar for bar? A pair of...
Verbatim, boy.
Yeah, that's it. A pair of vintage Levi's discovered in an abandoned mine shaft in the American West, sold for $87,000 at an auction in New Mexico. The jeans, which date back to the 1880s, were unearthed by a self-described denim archaeologist. Made up job.
He found it, and then they were like, "What do you do?" He's like, "I'm definitely a denim archaeologist."
Because you're just an archaeologist, aren't you? Why have you got to put the word? Why is your speciality denim for? Why is it? Why would you go down a mine shaft and be like, yeah, I'm just looking for denim, going through gold, gems, spread them over your shoulder? 1 second, is that a pair of 501s, the originals? So anyway, the denim archaeologist. Yeah, denim archaeologist. It's like being like I'm a beer connoisseur. No, bruv, you like pints, innit? I don't know. I just feel like it's weird. Why would you be so specific like that if you're an archaeologist? I don't feel like there's a degree in denim archaeology. I don't feel like there's a master's to be had in that. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you can go to a respected school like Oxford or Cambridge, and be like, I'm going to be the doctor of denim. Anyway, as I was saying, Dr. Michael Harris, several, not joking, he's not a doctor, but Michael Harris, the denim archaeologist, said that he unearthed them several years ago before they were snapped up by a pair of vintage clothing dealers in Durango Vintage Festivus in October. Apparently, the guy who sold them said he's still kind of bewildered, surprised in himself for even purchasing them, said the guy called Kyle Horpert, who bought the jeans with his friend Zip Stevenson, which has got to be a made-up name. The name Zip. I don't know. But anyway, did you know this, Sean, that Levi's of this age rarely come up at auction? They're especially sought after among collectors. This particular...
I did not know that. Oh, can I just say, on the name thing,
yeah,
there's a guy in the NFL,
yeah,
and his first name is Sauce.
Spelled how?
Sauce.
S-A-U-C-E?
Sauce.
What's his surname?
Oh, I can't remember. Carry on. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, that'd be wicked. Because I reckon, burger sauce would be, if his surname was like Burger or something like that, or...
Sauce Burger would be a bit annoying.
The name's Burger, Sauce Burger.
You were like, Sauce Gardner.
What?
His name is Sauce Gardner.
My man gardens the sauce. Hey, come on. That's a sick name. Sauce Gardner. Like, imagine that. Hey, babe, what's your name? Sauce.
You'd have
you can call me Sauce.
You would have an effect every time that you said your name.
Yeah.
Oh, the lights would go down. You'd go,
Sauce. You know what? Definitely would be like,
the name's Sauce.
what's your name? Well, my name is
Sauce.
Yeah, 100%. Right.
Okay.
So, yeah. So they bought some old jeans. I can read more, but I don't. This is so beyond my comprehension of why we'd buy stuff like this. I just don't understand
do you know
why.
what it does? Like when I watch the show Porn Stars,
Yeah.
there are some things which turn out to be worth bucks, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, right, that's crazy. And there are some things which I expect to be worth like 150 grand, and it's like $800, and you're like, what?
Why?
Like, yeah, some things it's just like I just don't get it.
why jeans in particular are so like
I mean, I'm guessing it's obviously got to do with the fact that there are not many pairs of jeans from the 1880s that are still around today, or in that maybe the fact that they were in a mine shaft, not maybe a different composition of air down there, and it's the earth, and they got preserved. I don't know. I'm fully making it up. I might become a denim.
a denim. It's like me becoming like a Timberland archaeologist. I only forage for Timberland boots that have been buried after the great rush of 2006 Timberland purchases. No, it wasn't even that. It was like 2001.
And then you're gonna find some light blue ones somewhere.
Yeah, boy, probably in my attic somewhere. I feel like we all had a pair of baby blue Tims, Versace blue jeans sprayed on top of ourselves as well. But like for me, for stuff like this, like for these finds, for me, Sean, the funny bit is like, what do you do with it? Like if you have an old car, like if you were like, this is the first ever Rolls Royce, and you could still start it and hear it go vroom, and maybe drive it around the block or not or whatever. You can sit in it, see it, look at it, touch it. Do you put them on? Do you just put them on the wall and look at them?
I reckon you frame them, and you, I don't know, get a little plaque together so people go, fuck is that? And then they can go read it and see how impressive it is that they're from the 1880s. And then people will marvel. It's like any piece of art. I feel as if art, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And then you just got to make a good story to go up with it, and that sells it. So,
okay, so the jeans need to be like owned by, One-Eyed Willie, that you like killed 7 sheriffs and hid down a mine shaft and removed his jeans and tied them to a scarecrow.
Why didn't you tell me about that?
And then disappeared. And rumor is his ghost still lurks around.
It makes sense. If I knew they were one-eyed willies, then you wouldn't tell me the rest of the article. Then I'm like, of course they're worth bucks.
No, you're on it. Yeah. So basically, I guess, I don't know, man. Oh, wow. Okay, this is actually interesting. This is addition. There's a label on the inside of the jeans that read, the only kind made by white labor. Wait here. So the Levi's said that they introduced a slogan after the Chinese Exclusion Acts of 1882, which barred Chinese workers from entering the US at the time of rampant discrimination. In fact, Levi's even had an anti-Chinese labor policy in place during the time. I read the anti-labor policy and thought it was a positive thing. No, it's just racism in a different policy. I thought it was I saw the anti-labor bit. I was like, yes, they weren't. It's wild to see that. So these are jeans that you can wear that confirm you were racist jeans. I didn't think that a pair of real racist jeans exist that you could. So
It's
Levi's
getting passed down through the generations.
yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. It's terrible.
That's a good one, actually. I like it. So now these are racist jeans. I don't want them to be worth over 100 grand or whatever, or 80 grand.
You know,
anyway,
put your racist jeans up on the wall. Show them to everyone.
Yeah, it's like a bit like a Confederate flag, innit? Now I feel like putting them on the wall. Yeah, them jeans, you know, made by a white label. Yeah, okay, cool. That's why they've lasted so long. All right, mate. No, they've been in the mine shaft, dickhead. All right, yeah. So that's it, Sean. That's it. A 140-year-old pair of Levi's was found in a mine shaft, and they sold for $87,000. Wow.
But
Yeah, man. You got a story? I may have another one.
I think I have a story. Again, if we've touched upon this, you're very welcome to stop me here.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Marjorie Perkins, woman,
Mm-hmm.
there to classify that, 87,
Okay.
fights off awfully hungry teen attacker before feeding him. Marjorie Perkins, 87, woke up to find her attacker. It's not funny, Marcus.
Okay, sorry.
Standing over her, but after initially fending him off, she then offered to feed him after he revealed he was awfully hungry. Do you think that that's just that duty that even after like fending someone off, you're like, oh, you want a sandwich?
Do you know what? This is the difference between men and women, yeah? Men do not have the capacity as a whole, and this is a sweeping generalization. I'm going to sit in it and dance in this stew. Okay, I'm going to boil in it. We don't have the capacity to even sense the need of someone that is that desperate. I could only see that, Sean, as he's trying to rob me and I need to stop him. He's a bad man. She somehow has been woken up out of slumber. 87 years old. You're vulnerable as ever. And you still know this guy's hungry. However, the fact that he said the words, I'm awfully hungry, I just don't know where that fits into the conversation. Like, is he trying to like rob her or hurt her or something? And she's fighting him off. He just goes, I'm awfully hungry. I'm awfully hungry. And she goes, hang on, did you say you're awfully hungry? Would you like a sandwich? Do you know what I mean? For me, I'm just like, at what point does the word awfully come out of your mouth? I've never said to you, Sean, I'm awfully hungry, you know? I'm awfully hungry.
do you reckon if he had worded it a different way, she would have just like shot him?
Yeah. I need a snack. Yeah, man. I'm slightly hungry. Yeah. I'm a bit peckish.
I'm peckish. Buried under the
the floorboards. Yeah.
That's fair.
But so what? Did they have they must have opened up because it is, all joking aside, people can be hard up, and that is why they're doing these things. And then if someone takes the time to talk to them, they can really stop it from happening.
Or they're like, oh God, I'm awfully hungry after beating up old ladies.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bit. Anyway,
well, I guess it would make you hungry, though, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Any kind of physical is. Yeah.
Marjorie Perkins was asleep when a teenage attacker entered her home in the town of Brunswick, Maine, around 2 a.m. As she woke up, the young man who had taken off his trousers.
Okay.
This is taking a sinister turn. Told her he was going to cut her.
Wow.
I thought to myself, if he's going to cut, then I'm going to kick. So I jumped into my shoes. Yo, she's ready.
She's a fucking badass.
Yeah, there must have been them Skechers shoes that you don't need to use your hands to.
Definitely Crocs. Yeah. Definitely Crocs. There was the Skechers ones. Yeah, Skechers.
I'm one of those hands people.
Yeah.
I saw the advert again the other day. It really annoys me.
Yeah. Throwback to an old episode. Go watch it.
Miss Perkins grabbed a chair. Yo, she jumped into her shoes
grabbed a chair.
Like Gromit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wallace or Gromit?
Which one was? Yeah, Gromit was the dog. Yeah.
Wallace.
So Wallace jumped into
her shoes like Wallace, and then grabbed a chair to use as a shield, but was struck on the cheek and forehead during the encounter.
So hang on, she's been hit on the head and cheek.
This is what I'm saying.
And still manages to put on 2 shoes and draw for a chair
for defense. And then this is the thing that it says, eventually,
amazing.
The teenager grew tired. I was like,
wow.
She out cardioed.
Wow.
She out cardioed the teenager. I feel that's a damning verdict on our teenagers of today.
Wow.
He got out cardioed.
And he had a jump
by Marjorie.
And he had the jump on her. She out cardioed him.
Yo, she was half asleep. And she wallaced into her shoes, picked up a chair, took a few blows. My man gassed out.
He gassed out?
He gassed out. He was working his cardio, honestly.
Wow. That is, you know what? There's only one reason why that could have happened to him, though. He must have been awfully hungry, because when you are
Sauce.
You just gas out. You ever tried to work out when you're hungry, bro?
Oh,
It's mad, bro. It's mad. Struggling. So maybe he's feeling the deficit of calories, and he just was like, wow. But on the other hand, Marjorie, I bet Marjorie, yeah, 100%. I bet Marjorie had a very strong. She sounds like the kind of person that has 3 square meals a day, proper carbs, bit of protein in there. I think she does Pilates, yoga, and obviously some form of self-defense. And she was fully charged, ready to go, and had him up. But sorry, I need to let you continue this story because I'm disgusted by his behavior, but I'm amazed by the bravery shown by Marjorie, which is surpassed my bravery probably from the first thing that she did, which is think to put on footwear. No. If you're going to cut, I'm going to kick.
Clarity.
If you're going to cut, I'm going to kick. I would not
clarity.
What?
Absolute clarity.
I mean, Equalizer 4. Marjorie, come on.
Do you know what, yeah?
Marjorizer.
Good shout.
Yeah.
So after he grew tired, he went into the kitchen where he revealed he was awfully hungry and hadn't had anything to eat for quite a while.
What? So he gassed out and backed away into the kitchen, I got to presume. And on his way out said, I'm really sorry, I'm actually really hungry. So she beat him in the physical contest, and then he had to apologize and explain, bro, I rate her.
Do you think he was apologizing because he was like, no, the only reason you got the better, like the one up on me is because I'm really hungry. Like normally, this would go down a different way. I would have got gassed out, but I had to weight cut and like, do you know what I mean? Like the rehydration process.
I had to drop weight for you, Marjorie, because I heard that you was a flyweight. So I had to drop weight for you. And I wanted to make it. And Marjorie was like, is it? All right, well, how about you have a little sandwich and we go again, yeah? Huh? I'll make the sandwich so I know that you're nourished, yeah? You're sustained.
While we're laughing about this, I just want to make sure that people know only reason why we can do is because it ended up okay.
I hope so. Because you imagine if you're like, at the end.
It's like one of the videos where like near misses and stuff like that. Yeah. I'll watch those. If anyone gets seriously injured in it, I don't want to watch any of them, man. Like,
you don't. You only share it to the WhatsApp group. No, seriously. Go on.
She gave him a box of peanut butter.
What?
And honey crackers, 2 protein drinks, and 2 tangerines.
I know we cracked a joke, but this actually sounds like a weight training thing.
Do you know what I mean?
Peanut butter, we know that some crackers. So she's saying these are some thick carbs, high calorie count, and she gave him some protein.
Just had a couple of protein shakes lying around.
She sounds like a badass.
Sounds like a badass. I'm telling you.
She sounds like.
I think she's a superhero.
I think she can pull up the floorboards, and she's got a little safe under the floorboards with a full assault rifle and kit in it.
And you know the only reason she wasn't out like killing bad guys, probably just a night off. 87. She's like, you know what? I'll give myself one night off a week.
She's giving the criminals a night off.
She is.
That's
giving
what she's doing. She's giving the criminals a night off. Fuck it. Can we just we need to get a round of applause sound effect. Where's our round of applause sound effect? Because Marjorie is you are Marjorie.
Absolute G.
She's getting more than the Equalizer. She's getting the whole lot. Come on, there you go.
Like, big up Marjorie.
She sounds every stage of this story. She sounds like a badass. Is there a resolution to this? Did he get arrested? Did she let him off? Or did they go for round 2?
Left, but this is the thing. This is the thing that's like so worrying. I mean, she called 911 and was talking to an operator when the teenager collected his trouser and left. This is how much she just like, my man's still eating his tangerines and protein shake, and she's like in front of him calling the feds like, yeah, you ate this, sonny.
Have a seat. And you know what? Put your trousers on. Disgrace.
He left behind a knife. This is the thing. He left behind a knife, a shirt, a pair of shoes, and a water bottle containing alcohol. He was arrested nearby, thank God, after being trapped by police dogs. He faces charge of burglary, criminal threatening, assault, and underage drinking.
Underage drinking? Okay.
There's that. There's also, obviously...
That's under the age of 21 though in America, isn't it?
Under the age of 21. Yeah. But there's also like the knife, the taking off of the trousers. There's a lot. There's some serious red flags going on here. Miss Perkins, who has become a bit of an international celebrity, so she should be. So she still feels safe in the home where she's lived for 42 years. But she worries about rampant crime. She said, I think our law has just folded up. People aren't afraid of anything anymore. They feel they can do as they please. So there was I don't know if it's a happy ending, but there's a positive ending, and Marjorie's an absolute hero.
Bro, she disarmed him, and he left without his armaments. Yeah, he could not. He left like without his stuff. Yeah, and her response was, "I still feel safe at home. I just worry about crime out there." Tell me, she does not sound like an ex-vigilante badass.
Ex-vigilante.
You know, I'm saying it just,
Oh,
just to
she's
protect
like,
her. In
I worry about the crime out there.
Yeah.
Like,
That is the most Batman sentence I've heard.
yeah.
That's like Bruce Wayne going, I still feel safe at home. No, it's like, it's like, I still feel safe at home. And then like the Batman monologue, but I worry about the crime in the streets out there. Fucking hell, Sean.
Yeah. They got Marjorie.
Absolute badass.
I just need to double check to make sure her name was Marjorie, wasn't it?
I don't know. If you just made it up, that's great. To protect her identity.
Yes, that's what it was. Obviously, professional out here.
I think I'm happy to end the show there, Sean, because I'm blown away, bro. I'm blown away. That is probably one of the bravest stories I've heard ever. I couldn't even complete step one of that. Someone standing over you, intoxicated, trying to hurt you. With a shank. Clothes off. Clearly got the illest intent. You have the clarity of mind to disarm, then see that they need some help, then get them out, call the police, they get arrested. No one's hurt, including yourself. Bro.
They didn't even discuss her injuries because she so
superficial.
She probably batted away the ambulance. Get out of here.
Sewed herself up. I reckon sewed herself up. Fuck it, while she's on the phone. Fucking hell. One-handed, sewing her cheek up. Badass. Flipping
Hasn't
hell.
even got her glasses on. What an absolute legend.
I bet she went back home and after all that happened said, well, I earned a glass of whiskey tonight and just had a double. The world keeps turning. Sorry. I thought she sounds like a badass.
Absolute legend.
Anyway, yeah, please make sure you follow How to Kill an Hour on all social medias at How to Kill an Hour. I am on social media as well at Marcus Bronzy, MarcusBronzy. We will be back in your ear holes soon. I can't wait to tell you about how we killed some time in Birmingham as well. Being a big kid, really, basically. Where can we find you?
Nowhere. I'm invisible.
This has been How to Kill an Hour. I've been Marcus Bronzy. Stay safe out there. And Marjorie, pick up yourself.
Yeah.
Absolute champ.
Yeah, can we get some? I hope she's got like an account that everyone can go and follow her.
Oh man, it would be badass.
Hero
of the week.